Hi everyone, it's Claire Jarvis at Restore Fitness Therapies, and in this video I want to tackle a question that comes up quite a lot, particularly with our beginners, which is how do I know if I'm doing the exercises correctly? Now, particularly as a beginner, you want to be relying more heavily on your instructor and their feedback, and there are basically two different ways that they can let you know if you're doing the exercise correctly. Now, the first is hands-on correction, where you would have to be in a face-to-face setting and they would physically come over and with your permission adjust your body to put an arm, a leg, or maybe your hips or shoulders into the correct position so you can then feel what the correct technique feels like. Or there is verbal correction, where they'll just tell you what they would like you to do, and that may be a general verbal correction to the whole room so that everyone can benefit from the learning, or it may be more specific to you if there's something that they would like you in particular to do. Now, at the time of filming this video, we're in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic. There are no face-to-face classes right now, and even when that's possible, it may not be possible to provide hands-on corrections. So at the moment, we're very much reliant on verbal corrections instead. Now, this isn't something I'm unhappy about. I actually really like verbal corrections. I use them a lot. I think it's really valuable for participants because I think there is a danger that we become over-reliant on the instructor correcting us and we can switch off as participants and lose that mind-body connection and sort of stop taking responsibility for our body. Whereas when we listen to the verbal correction, we have to really focus on those corrections, focus on what the instructor is saying, and then make the adjustments for ourselves. And I'm a big believer that actually in the long run that's going to make your technique better and make you a better participant and a better practitioner of Pilates, because you're taking more responsibility for your own body rather than relying on someone else to give you that feedback. So there's different ways of receiving feedback, and the verbal one I think at the moment is the one that we're all relying on, but it doesn't mean that you're getting any less feedback from your instructor. It's just a different way of giving you feedback, and obviously online we can't do hands-on correction. But this is why I don't think there's any deficit in being online, because I think actually verbal correction is really, really powerful for people. Now, we want to get you to this point probably more as an intermediate sort of practitioner of Pilates, where you actually are able to feel for yourself whether or not you're doing an exercise correctly. And what you'll find is you'll hit these kind of really lovely moments where everything just feels perfect. The movement is flowing. You can feel that you're in control of your body, in control of your breath. The movement feels strong, it feels powerful but also relaxed. You know that you're holding your core in the right way, but you're not holding tension where you shouldn't be. So you'll get to that point through practice and with the guidance of your instructor of being able to develop that mind-body connection and knowing for yourself that you're in the right place. But until you get to that point and develop that experience, do rely on your instructor. Do listen to their instruction. If it's not clear, ask them to clarify. They will never mind that at all. We all as instructors want to make sure that we're giving you the best possible information we can, but people often receive information differently. So it's always good to tell instructors if you don't quite understand what's being said. What I would also say is that as a beginner, it can be really, really valuable to have a few one-to-one lessons, and then you'll know that all the feedback you're getting is very specific to you. You'll have an opportunity to ask a lot more questions than you would do in a group environment, and even as an intermediate or an advanced practitioner, it's a great way to just reconnect. Again, we can be in danger of turning up at classes, even online, and slightly going through the motions, and a one-to-one session can really sort of sharpen our focus and really give us a couple of handy pointers from an instructor for us to work on. So I would say to you guys, listen to those verbal instructions, start developing that awareness, allow yourself to start thinking about how your body is moving and how it feels, and maybe consider getting in touch with us for some one-to-one sessions. I deliver those personally myself. It is also possible for us to arrange those with our instructors. If you have a favourite instructor or a particular instructor you'd like to work with, just get in touch with us via email and we can help sort you out with some one-to-one sessions as well.